Hey, what's going on, y'all? Jay from Jay's Films. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the new Fortnite IARC ratings. So I've been getting some questions about this because a lot of people's maps are being denied because recently, Fortnite is now requiring Fortnite creators to rate their islands and their maps. So there's a lot of confusion right now and people are losing money. So I'm going to try to explain how I was able to get my maps approved. But that being said, just a disclaimer, I am not affiliated with Epic Games or IARC. I'm strictly trying to show you all how I was able to get my maps approved. All right, so this cursed escape room I haven't done yet. I have everything else pretty much done except for this one. So let me do this and show you, all right, on how to get this done. So what I'll do is I'll go step by step. So you can see I don't have any ratings. I'm just going to say publish a new release. Right, so that's okay. Cursed escape room, horror, escape, survival. I'm not going to change anything here. And down here, I'm just going to say rating. Okay, so I'm going to say rating. I'm going to say next. Okay, and here it is. I'm going to put my email right here. And I'm going to begin the questionnaire. I'm going to be directed to the website. That's fine. IARC is not just for Fortnite. It's for a lot of things. Okay, so let me make this a little bit bigger so you can see better. So what I usually do here is I'm going to go with the game, and this is where it gets kind of tricky. And this is where you need to actually tell the truth about not only answering these questions, but actually have your island or map reflect the same thing. So, violence, blood, or gory images. Does the game contain inferences or reference to or depictions of violence, blood, or gory images? Now, this specific map, if you haven't played it, there is a character that attacks you. So that to me is already violence. So I will say yes. All right. Please select all that the game includes. All right. Violence or implied violence against humans. If you look to the right side of that, there is a question mark. And if you click that, there's going to be a pop-up that's actually explaining to you what that means. And people are missing this information right here. So humans on the left, if your characters, which in Fortnite, they're all pretty much humans. If you go to implied humans, you really can't see the human, but you know the humans are driving the plane or implied or the cars, right? So for Fortnite, it's going to be violence against humans. So I'm going to X that out and I'm going to say yes, because you do have violence. All right. And then if you have violence against anything other than humans, if you have animals as well, so you have a chicken running around or a turtle or something, you're going to have to click this here. Now, in this map, this escape room, I don't have any animals. Disturbing or gory images without a violent act shown. Now, this one, there is an image that I would find disturbing, so I'm going to say click yes on that. Again, you just have to be very truthful when it comes to this. Blood that isn't directly related to a violent, blood on clothing. I don't have any blood on here, so I'm not going to do that. All right, so violence against humans down below. Again, if you go to the right side, there is a question mark here, and it's going to tell you what you need to put. I have been putting realistic to this because technically some of the characters in Fortnite are human beings, and the gameplay, like for me, my one-shot gun games and my mini battle royale, it's pretty much realistic. So if I go to example 2, you can see that this is where my map kind of falls into. So I'm going to say realistic here. Does the game have pixelated or childlike style? And again, if I click on that, example 2, and then example 3, now for me, it doesn't. It's not a childlike style. It's a photorealistic environment. How would you describe the reactions to the violence? So this is pretty interesting. Again, I'm going to click on this question mark because in Fortnite, whenever you eliminate somebody, they turn into pixels and they just go away and fade. Here, you can actually put unrealistic because when somebody gets oofed, they just turn into a Niagara particle and then go away. It doesn't like... The characters actually don't just lay down and die like this guy does. So for me, I set this to unrealistic because it's not... The way they die is just not realistic. How is the violence presented in the game? This is huge. Really, really big. You must absolutely choose close-up, okay? Because your character is right in front of the camera and is oofing everybody. So that being said, you're going to have to go with close-up perspective. It's going to have to be often because your character is fixed in a third-person view. It's always there right in front of your face. So for this one, I'm going to say close-up. And then what is the level of blood? I don't have any blood in this one, like I said. Does the game take place in a realistic or a historical war setting? Yes, it is a realistic environment. In this one, I've always put realistic because, again, my environments are fully realistic. Can innocent or defenseless characters be seriously injured or killed? This is your NPCs. I'm going to say no to this one. I don't have an NPC. That means that if you have people without any weapons, they can't fight back. That's what it's talking about. Again, if you want to check that, you can look right here. Like that one is definitely a defenseless NPC. Think about like Grand Theft Auto and things like that. Are there any fierce sounds, sinisters, or intimidating characters? Yes, there is some creepy laughter in this map right here, so I'm going to have to say yes to that. How explicitly depicted are these disturbing, gory images? All right, and in this one, I'm going to say the question mark. All right, so limited injuries may be shown, bruising, maybe shown puncture wounds, missing limbs, and the graphics obviously like, like really, really mature. So for this one, the injury wise, it's pretty limited in detail. Does the game contain pictures or sounds? Yes, it does have a scary, horrifying sound in here. And then for the scary elements, this is usually your music. I do have a music in there, so I'm going to go with that. How frequent are the scary elements? I'm just going to say rare because it doesn't come on like all the time. Sexuality, there's no sexuality. I don't have any gambling. The language doesn't have anything. And then for controlled substance, there's nobody doing drugs. Crude rumor doesn't have that. And then for miscellaneous, I don't have anybody interacting in here. So I'm going to say no. It doesn't show the location, right? GPS as far as I know. Does the game allow users to purchase their digital goods? Fortnite by itself as a game is a yes. Can these goods include random prices? I'm going to say no. Trade and sell? No. Does the game contain any swastikas? No, no, and then no. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to say next right here. People are getting confused with this. All right. So what Fortnite is trying to do is obviously protect the little kids. Now, Fortnite is rated as teen. Okay. So for Fortnite, my rating for this map passes because it's in teens. So in Brazil, 12 years old can play it. Australia, parental guidance. But if you start scrolling down in Taiwan, and then in Germany, and then in Russia, you're going to see that they have 16-year-olds right here. That means that my level will not be able to be played in these different countries. And that's what's kind of confusing a lot of people. But at the same time, Fortnite is trying to protect all these children because they did get a nasty lawsuit that they just paid. So after that, I'm just going to say finished. This is going to just actually submit it to the IARC, right here. And I have that. As you can see right here, Germany, they're not going to be able to play this in Germany. And they're not going to be able to play this in Russia. Okay? But again, people are trying to protect kids. So it's totally fine with me. I have 2 kids. So I'll just click next. I have my thumbnail already. And I'm going to say auto activate. All right. So that's going to take care of that. All right. So closing thoughts. Obviously, the questionnaire by itself, you have to be truthful. But additionally, you have to be truthful in your islands and maps as well. I'll give you a perfect example of this. If I click on my procedural prop hunt, my horror one, this actually got denied whenever the IRC was first implemented because I forgot one thing. It's right here. I forgot that I put in a blood decal inside my level. So when I submitted that IARC, it got denied. And as you can see, it's right here. It failed. But what I ended up doing was taking that decal out and saying, hey, there's no blood. So basically, when I first fill it out, I said there's blood or there's no blood. And then obviously there's a decal that had blood in it. I took it out, I published it, and it got approved. And obviously, as you can see right here, it's just gotten approved all the way through. So with that being said, I do have a Battle Royale approved right now. Never had an issue with this one. I also had a one-shot gun game approved, which is this one. and I had a one-shot, and I also had a one-shot gun game warehouse approved in this one. So if I click on this one, you kind of see what this is rated at. I think it's just not allowed in Russia, as far as I know, right here. I do have a restriction in here. And as you can see, whenever the IARC was first implemented, it got denied, it failed, but I just retook it and I, just fixed some things and I changed it to violence, whatever. It's not going to be played in Russia. That's pretty much it for this video. I hope it helped. I hope y'all got some good information out of it, and good luck to your submission, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.